Hi everybody, and welcome to the Money Man. I got Money Boy here as always. Ollie, how you doing, bud?
Good, thanks, Kev. How are you?
I'm living the dream. How was your week so far?
Yeah, chilled. I saw you took the Saracens game last night. I wasn't 100% sure, so I watched the first half, and then 10 minutes into the second half, just took a 300 rand bet that Saracens would win the rest of the match, which they did, and that returned 600.
Nice.
And then I followed your Utah Jazz bet earlier in the week against the Raptors, I think.
No.
I'm sorry, against the Nuggets.
I know my NBA.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What are you're back to two from two now?
Oh, well, I'm on a two streak. I'm always happy about being on a winning streak. Never really have many losing streaks, but I do lose every once in a while, of course.
Yeah.
We wanted to chat about the Raptors and the Celtics. If the game goes ahead, and obviously there's a lot of difficult things going on in the States right now, and I'll try and keep politics out of our predicting. But my gut feel on the NBA playoffs is it's hanging by a thread.
Yeah. Very precarious.
The Milwaukee Bucks, they went out on protest yesterday and decided that Black Lives Matter more than basketball, which is good for them. I mean, with the recent incident in Kennesaw in Wisconsin and the shooting of that poor black man 7 times in the back in front of his children is just absolutely shocking. I mean, you're the younger generation. I've tended to have seen a lot of this stuff growing up, not live, but I mean, being news. I've known America to be polarized for some time now. What are your thoughts on it, Ollie?
Yeah, I mean, it's just people say that you want to keep politics away from sport, or keep politics away from this, but it does begin to intersect. And it should intersect. And I think, at least in the NBA, when people have strong voices and
they've got huge platforms, don't they? And it seems a bit trite. You've got all these guys living in the bubble and witnessing. I don't know what the hell is going on in the States. It's just
Look, I read a thing on sort of LeBron James's action, like within the NBA for a while now, and they were basically just saying, let's like token gestures aren't going to be enough anymore. They want action. It's like wearing shirts isn't enough to justify it when 2 weeks down the line another guy gets shot by a cop. It's like we want actual action. I think I think it's good that guys are taking a stand and just using their platform, because it's one of the highest grossing corporations in America. So
yeah, the unfortunate thing for the NBA is it competes with the NHL, Major League Baseball, National Football, and all those sports compete for audience and attention.
Yeah.
And the NBA is probably at an all-time low in terms of its various popularities. Because you're seeing these players be making $30 million, which is the same as about just over R500 million a year to play a sport. If they're going to make a gesture, they have to make a grand gesture, I think.
For sure.
And it'll be interesting, because usually America is all about money, and to walk away from a $30 million a year contract to make a statement is a bold statement.
Yeah.
For basketball fans that want to separate politics from sport, it's not so good. But that seems a bit trite. But if the Raptors play the Celtics, it'll be a great series.
Yeah.
And
it's a series you've been looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm a huge Celtics fan. Yeah, and I grew up just outside of Toronto.
Yeah.
I had a lot of my friends say, "How come you're not a Raptors fan?" It's like, you don't give up your parents because there's a new parent moved to town.
Larry Bird wasn't playing for the Raptors, so.
No, Larry Bird certainly wasn't playing for the Raptors. But
so, granted, the game does go on. What are your feelings for tomorrow? There's a decent market on the over/under.
Yeah, on Betway they've got the market at 215.5, and I think that if you look at the 3 games, they've played 4 times this year, and the Celtics have beat them 3 out of 4. And in I think all but 1 game, the over went high at 215. It was, higher than 216.
Yeah.
So you have to look at tickling the over market, especially in a bubble where where there's no crowd distraction. The guys have been playing in the same gym now for about a month.
Yeah.
We've certainly seen higher scoring games. But saying that, both teams are known for their defense. So do your homework. You
No,
know?
for sure. I see they're the top two of the top four defensive teams in the league.
Yeah, and they don't have a fast tempo, which
Yeah.
means they don't push the ball on offense.
Like you said, with the Celtics winning 3 out of the 4, the Raptors are still favored. Are you going to be looking potentially at a Celtics outright then?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but Hayward is not playing for the Celtics, and he's a good 3-ball shooter, and he's a 6'11" small forward.
Yeah.
So I don't know where my money would be on that game right now. But it is on offer on Betway. They do show the games live on Betway, which is amazing. I mean, it's like having ESPN, if you can stream it, of course. But,
and it's been great just having those games sort of, from 8 in the evening our time through.
But if I had to be a betting man on that game, I don't think it's going to take place.
Really?
No.
I wonder if there's going to be a market on that.
I hope not, because it wouldn't be in good taste. I think that with everything that's going on in the States, the Bucks postponing their game, they should, I've heard from my sources that guys want to walk from the bubble. That would be the biggest gesture that they could make.
Yeah.
But it would be disastrous for the NBA.
Yeah.
Disastrous,
Will be interesting next few days because this is, it's reached its crux.
Yeah, it's come to a tipping point, I don't know what not playing basketball, it's not going to rush through policies in the States. I mean, the States is a quagmire of legal litigation and changing laws and whatnot. And but, they have to make a stand, I guess. Yeah, so whatever happens, Ollie, there in the States, thoughts and prayers are with the families that have been affected, and let's hope for some basketball, but I understand if there is no basketball.
Yeah.